Hey guys, it's Destiny, and today we are going to be showing off a pretty fun Boothill team against Hoolay. We're going to see if our Space Cowboy is going to be able to just beat up Hoolay for today. And before we get into today's video, let me know one of your favorite video games. Now, since today is Halloween, if you do have a horror game, that would be super cool. But if not, that's perfectly fine as well. I would just love to know a game you guys really enjoy. And if you guys enjoy videos like these, do make sure to subscribe, leave a like to support the video. And now let's get straight into it. The for our team will be using Lingsha, Boothill, Ruan Mei, and then Harmony Trailblazer. This team is literally going to beat up Hoolay's butt. Hoolay is not going to know what's coming. And honestly, let's just get straight into it. So with HMC, we're just going to use our skill. We won't be able to get enough. Oh, never mind. I was about to say we were not going to be able to get enough energy since we'll be a little off since we do have Dance 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 equipped, but it doesn't matter because we did get hit, which is honestly really convenient for this run in particular. And now let's just use the ultimate. I still absolutely love this ultimate. It's just so freaking adorable. And then with Ruan Mei, we could just basic attack right here and then use her ultimate. There we go. Now we're just gonna have her ultimate, which is really nice for the buffs. Now with Boothill, our favorite cowboy, we're gonna use our skill on the monkey here just so we can inflict him with the physical weakness. Let's do that. And Lingsha will also be helping out with being able to help break enemies. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use her skill. There we go. So now he's angry, but it's fine. Now with Harmony Trailblazer, we can just basic attack. We did get hit, but that's perfectly fine. And now Boothill has his ultimate, which is really nice. What we're gonna do now is actually break the enemy onto the left as well with Boothill's ultimate. Wha-bam, there we go. And now with Boothill, we're gonna be able to literally destroy the monkey. And we have all our medals now, which is awesome. With Lingsha, we can use our skill. Harmony Trailblazer, we can also use our skill right here. And now we're gonna advance forward everyone once again. And Boothill will be able to attack again, which is really nice. Let's get ready and boom, boom, wha-bam! There we go. And now they are dead. Now it's Hoolay's turn. And now we can literally just use Boothill's ultimate immediately. Boom. And we can also use Lingsha's ultimate right here. Boom. They're both just going to be working together to be able to reduce Hoolay's toughness meter. So that's really good. Boom. So we are going to get hit here, which is perfectly fine. Actually, Fugue to the rescue. Let's go. We're just going to do that. Now with Harmony Trailblazer, we can just do a basic right here. It's fine. So we are going to get hit here. That is okay. With Ruan Mei, I'm just going to replenish her skill. And now with Boothill, we are literally going to blast Hoolay here. Let's just see how much damage we could do. And wha-bam! Oh my gosh. He is literally almost dead. And I'm going to use Boothill's ultimate just so we can advance ourselves forward here. And bam! There we go. Fuyuen's going to come in. Oh yeah, Hoolay's almost dead. Let's go. Boom. There we go. We're still in the 0 cycle as well, which is great. Oh, okay, so we did get hit there. That's actually perfectly fine. So let's use Lingsha's ultimate. Now with Harmony Trailblazer, we are going to basic attack here. Next time we will have to skill though. Oh, if they hit Ruan Mei again, that actually would have been kind of convenient. Just so she'd get the ultimate ready, but it's fine. Okay, now we can use her ultimate. And Hoolay is literally going to get blasted once we get all these ultimates ready. So we just basic. So Boothill's gonna get hit here perfectly fine. Now with Lingsha, I'm just gonna use her skill. With Harmony Trailblazer, we need to use our skill as well. And now we can advance everyone forward. Okay, Boothill is getting ready here. We are gonna be able to break. There we go. And oh my gosh, we just dealt so much damage. Now we can use the ultimate. Boom! Oh my gosh. Hoolay only has 16%. Yeah, Hoolay is literally gonna die. Okay, we're gonna get hit here a bit. Oh my gosh, 1%. Can Ruan Mei actually just kill him? That would be pretty nice. Let's see. Boop. Oh my god. The Ruan Mei did kill him. So there we go. We were able to get, in my opinion, a pretty easy one cycle with that team with the power of Boothill, he was just shooting the heck out of Hoolay. And this team is pretty fun for being able to just go about the second side. And if you don't have Lingsha, honestly, you could just go with Gallagher. That should be fine as well. You just want somebody who's going to be able to help break Hoolay alongside Boothill, and Gallagher is definitely a nice option. Plus, when Gallagher uses his ultimate, he will inflict Besotted onto all enemies, which is really useful. Same with Lingsha, she'll be able to inflict a Befog. And I have a little bit of a funny story about this showcase in particular. So I did do this showcase on stream, and I did try to record it. But what ended up happening was that my stream and my recording, I feel like, was a little bit too much for my computer for whatever reason. So my stream ended up looking like a slideshow, and so did my recording. And I thought it was kind of funny because it would only mainly be when Boothill was attacking that my recording would get super choppy looking. And I was like, oh, this is really weird. But regardless, I think that was kind of funny. So I thought I'd bring it up because I know those that were in the stream definitely know what I'm talking about. But for this Boothill team in particular, I did use him with the Eagle set. The reason I'm using him with Eagle set is just so whenever he uses his ultimate, he can advance himself forward. So in the first wave, if I'm not mistaken, I actually used his ultimate while it was his turn. So I more than likely should have just saved that ultimate until after his turn was up. But I did want that additional energy going into the next wave. So what was really convenient is that we were able to get Harmony Trailblazer's ultimate ready, which they do have Dance 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 equipped, so that kind of solved that problem of Boothill not being able to go again during the first wave, and instead he actually had enough energy to use his ultimate immediately into the second wave, which was really good for just handling Hoolay and being able to break him really quick into that fight with him for that first HP bar. And Boothill also has a pretty low energy cost in my opinion. So he's able to get his ultimates, I would say, frequently enough. Definitely makes it worth considering using the Eagle set on him. I feel like it ultimately comes down to what your team is. This team doesn't really have much advance forward whatsoever. The main source would be the Dance 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 from HMC, and then of course the Eagle set from Boothill. So that's why I really like Eagle set on him in particular. I did use it in the past on other MOCs, and I noticed it works pretty nicely. And what I tried to focus on when I'm using this set in particular is just trying to get as much break effect as possible so that when he does go, he hits super hard. And here are just his stats real quick for to take a look. He does still have some crit rate and crit damage, but my priority here is the speed as well as the break effect. Those are the two most important stats I'm trying to go for with this Boothill. Of course, if I just were to click on his stats, here we go. Good amount of break effect for sure. And of course, he is getting more from having HMC and Ruan Mei on the team. As for Ruan Mei, I'm actually running a slower Ruan Mei. She has 126 speed. And the reason I have her this slow is so that her ultimate's buff actually lasts longer for the entire team, which means that Boothill, as well as even Lingsha in this fight, were able to take advantage of that just so they can deal additional damage. And for Ruan Mei, I also have her on the Messenger set. Now, this is just up to personal preference. The reason I use Messenger is just to give even more speed to everybody else. So once again, more so personal preference if anything, which I do have the Von Wax set on her, which I feel like is really good, especially for a slow Ruan Mei, due to the fact that you want her to get those buffs ready immediately in the start of the fight. Having her on the Von Wax set can mean that she can go before majority of your allies, which allows you to get this ultimate ready so that Boothill and Lingsha in this case can take advantage of that. And then when it comes to Harmony Trailblazer, they also have the Von Wax set, and they actually are slower than Boothill and Lingsha. The reason why for Harmony Trailblazer I want the Von Wax set is so that they can get that ultimate ready just to have those super breaks going right away in the case if I break someone very quickly. So that's why I like having Von Wax on both Harmony Trailblazer and Ruan Mei. On any break team I play, typically speaking, I want their buffs active almost immediately before everybody else goes. So even in the case of Firefly, for instance, I still want these two to have their buffs up so Firefly can take advantage of that, even if I'm using Rappa, same case scenario. And also, when it comes to this Boothill in particular, Boothill doesn't have any of his Eidolons, so this is a completely E0 Boothill. He does have his signature light cone, but honestly, with Boothill in particular, you can get away with easily using like 4-star options since Boothill is just really powerful when it comes to just single target in general. You don't need his light cone, but his light cone is definitely a very nice touch on top of the damage that he can already do. And yeah, I just wanted to show off this really fun Boothill team once again when it comes to the Lingsha spot. You could have Gallagher. I know way more people have Gallagher than Lingsha, and that can work perfectly fine. Harmony Trailblazer is free, and I know a good amount of people do have Ruan Mei. Now, an alternative Boothill team I actually have used in the past, not for this MOC, but just in general, was actually Boothill, Ruan Mei, Kayla, and Silverwolf. That team in particular can actually work if you are able to get your debuffs going at the right times, and of course, getting his medals at the right times as well. That team can honestly be pretty fun, but of course, without a sustain, you do have to be a little careful and you take a little bit too much damage. But the Boothill in particular, there are definitely options you can mess around with. For example, you could use Bronya in Boothill. Bronya will be able to advance him forward, which means Boothill will be able to attack more, which means now he'll be able to get those pocket trick shot potentially a little faster depending on how you play it. But it also depends if you have another character on the team that can help Boothill break enemies, like in this case Lingsha or even Gallagher, whatever it may be. But Bronya is an option. On the Hoolay side, you could technically actually consider Jiao Cho. He is able to, of course, debuff enemies, but what's really nice about him is that his element is fire, so he'll be able to help contribute breaking as well. That could be potentially a fun option to consider. You could, of course, consider characters like Pela for the defense drops. So when it comes to Boothill in general, I do feel like he has some variety and options. I'd love to know for those that play Boothill, what kind of Boothill teams do you guys typically play? I personally really like Super Break Boothill with the case of having Dance 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 on Harmony Trailblazer. I feel like that works out pretty nicely. So I'd love to know what teams you guys use in particular with your Boothill. And also, if you guys enjoyed this video, do make sure to subscribe, leave a like to support the video, and I hope to see you all next time. Peace.